This podcast is sponsored by Eric's Concrete Pavers, Rockhouse Masonry, and Tahoe Pervious Pavements. When it rains, it drains.
This is a glimpse into my life. Life with Eric.
Eric's here.
And I'm Kiley.
And I'm Eric.
Okay, I think we know who you are.
Oh.
So, do you feel like our podcast has life now this week?
Because we're both wearing yellow?
No.
We look so tan.
Well, we did just come back from Hawaii.
All those looking at YouTube, who looks tanner, me or Kiley? I have a red face, I know.
I have an olive face.
But what were you asking? I know why you're asking this. I have a feeling. What'd you ask me again?
I was going to say, as of this week, do you feel like this podcast has some life?
Because life starts at 40.
Yes, and this is number 40.
What should we do? Applause.
For making it over the hill?
Yay. Or this. We're so funny.
Okay, nope. Quit playing with the board.
Or we're so good.
Nope. Yeah.
That's it. Okay, I'm done. I had to do it.
I hate
I'm
that
done.
board.
Yeah, 40 episodes, man. We had doubters that said we would make it 14. Dan. Now Dan loves us.
Right.
He's wearing our hats.
Yep.
He's freaking pounding Jameson like he's never pounded it before.
Or do we make him pound Jameson?
We do. I had to go to Costco and get the handle of Jameson because in case we have Dan over at our house.
It's not true, Dan, but we had it anyways.
Yeah. Jameson and ginger ale.
We do usually have to get ginger ale.
Dan
wear?
Dan wears Reno Dodge.
What? Oh.
Does Dan drink ginger ale because he's a ginger?
Maybe.
Is Dan a ginger?
Yeah.
He kind of is. He's Irish.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask him.
Jameson's and ginger.
Sounds appropriate.
Why are we talking about Dan? How
I
did
don't
we get
know.
on that?
I have no idea.
We did put him up on social media this week.
I think yes.
And he was wearing our hat in Vegas. And
he did.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Appreciate it.
That was great. But we, meaning me and you, Kiki, made it back from Hawaii.
We did make it back.
And we talked about, I can't remember when we did our last episode.
Saturday. We did it last Saturday.
We were in Hawaii.
Oh, in Hawaii, yes.
Yeah, now we're back, and we have our Tiki Bar motif.
That did not. Oh, yeah. I would say we did not get that in from Hawaii.
Right. Allie and Brant got us this.
Yep.
If those of you on YouTube, people out there, follow us on YouTube. We want you to see what we look like.
How tan we look this
I'm
week.
Smiling at the camera right now.
Our glowing white teeth.
Our glowing white teeth and our glowing Hawaii tans.
Right. I'm going to enjoy it now because it's going to be gone next week.
One of the funniest things we had is we're packing to go to Hawaii. And what did I say? I'm bringing my laptop
Oh,
or
my
something?
God. Yeah, we're like packing up stuff for the podcast. And I don't know if you brought it up or I brought it up. And you were like, I don't even know what you say. I need to pack my typewriter.
I said, yeah. I'm like, where's my typewriter?
I'm like, what?
Instead of a laptop.
Sure hope you're not packing a typewriter because, one, I don't know where it lives, and two, how are you fitting that in any bag?
Oh, yeah, it's 1972, isn't it?
Typing your notes on a typewriter?
Who even has a typewriter?
I mean...
When I was in high school, I took typing.
I get it. That's all you had.
And I got an F in typing. Because we had those new Brother typewriters that would actually memorize stuff. So we had 4 people, and so if one person made a mistake, we do one assignment each.
Oh,
instead
got
of all
it.
4
okay,
assignments.
Got it.
And I ended up getting an F in typing. Thanks, Mrs. Coppin, you asshole.
Why is she an asshole? Because you cheated.
Yeah, but who's looking that close?
Teachers. I got also in trouble for...
Mrs. Coppin's dead anyway.
Nice. I also got...
She loved my sister, though.
Well, most people tend to enjoy your sister more than you.
Maybe she doesn't cheat in typing.
Right. She's an honest individual.
Yeah. Speaking of honest, most pure people in the world, and he's probably listening.
Who?
My brother Matt got an F in typing for doing the same thing 7 years later.
Oh, Matt.
Mrs. Coffin.
He's taking his penance now.
Mrs. Coppin hates us all.
Just the boys. Hates the boys.
Suck my ween, Mrs. Coppin.
Okay, inappropriate, Mitch.
Mitch.
It's from old school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't you get an F in typing,
I
too?
didn't get an F in typing. I got in-house suspension due to my cheating in typing.
What's the deal with cheating and typing?
I don't know. I know. I never met anybody else that got in trouble on typing until I met you.
And one of the things people out there can relate to this, that was the only class I did good in because I actually still use the home row keys and do all the typing shit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So from now on, I'll bring my typewriter wherever I go.
Typewriter with you. Carry it around in that big bag.
That's right.
Typewriter.
So before we went to Hawaii, we got
What?
on the plane, and I'm going to talk about this.
that's
I
on
wanted
our
to
way
talk about
Hawaii.
this.
I know we
Lex,
forgot
on
about
the way
it.
to,
I
on the
actually
way to
forgot about
Hawaii.
it happening.
You know they have snakes on the plane.
Yes.
We're sitting
well,
next
I
to
hope there's not snakes on a plane.
Well, we were sitting next to the bitches on the plane.
We were.
Tell them what happened, Keek. Tell them what happened with
There
the bitches.
was these 3 ladies, one in particular that was very adamant, that were sitting behind us. We were at the back of the plane, like row 40 of 45, but and she was very adamant that she wanted to be moved to row 11, which is like the comfort row.
Yeah,
there's like
these
5 comfort rows.
There's 3 or 4 girls on a girls' trip.
And she's like adamantly telling the multiple flight attendants that she needs to move up there. She'll pay whatever. Here's my credit card. I get anxiety. I have to move up there.
Yeah, and these bitches were like wannabe housewives.
And I'm pretty sure they had cocktails at the bar prior to us.
Yeah, they were a little bit drunk, but not let's go up to first class. I want the comfort seats. So I'm just assuming she's asking the fucking flight attendant, I want to move to first class.
No,
that's
it's
what
just
I thought.
you get like a little extra leg room.
No, it's like row 4, and it's almost the same.
It's row
diff.
11. It's row 11.
Oh yeah, it's row 11.
Yeah. And you get a little extra leg room.
And she's making the hugest deal of this.
Every flight attendant that walks by.
Yeah, and this flight attendant's annoyed.
Multiple flight attendants
And so finally,
are annoyed.
we get past 10,000 feet.
Well, then they told her you have to wait until we like take off and stuff. And every time somebody passes by, she's like, "Can I go? Can I go? Can I go?"
Sit in your seat, bitch. And her anxiety was not that bad. Trust
I would
me.
say no.
Yeah, she was drunk. Probably.
And so finally, they let her move up to row 11. All 3 of them move up to row 11.
Making a huge ordeal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the best part is they left their bags.
And then they left their bags.
The guy's like, do you want me to move your bag?
And she's like, no.
She's like, no, we'll get it later. But they're in row 11. There's
40-something.
There's freaking 50 rows.
I don't
They're going to have to wait in their seats so everybody gets off the plane to get their bag.
And my favorite part about it, too,
Stupid
is before they
assholes.
moved, because anybody that's gone to Hawaii, you have to get you can get the wristband before, so you don't have to wait in the line to get all your shit checked. Your health safety stuff checked. They did not get wristbands.
They didn't?
And she's asking the flight attendant
stupid
also,
asses.
like, why does everyone have a wristband or we don't? And they're like, well, you get it at the gate. Like, you get your little code scanned.
They're probably thinking they snuck into
And
the
they're
club.
like, well, we didn't. How do we do? And they're like, well, you're going to have to wait in the line when you land then, which I thought was funny because I'm like, get your shit together, lady.
Yeah,
Anyways.
not only you're a dumb bitch, but you're actually really dumb. you're stupid dumb bitch.
Right. So they finally get moved up.
Yeah, but they got up and they had like Gucci bags.
Did they?
and
I
all
don't
this
think they did.
shit
I think you're making that up.
all this-
I
all this
didn't
shit.
notice any of that.
Are you on the fat ass housewives of Orange County? Oh yeah, I think I've seen you before.
I didn't see any of that, honey. Anyways.
Okay.
So they move up. I thought
I'm
it was
done.
great though because I don't know, like 5 minutes later, the flight attendant, our male flight attendant, came by, and the guy in front of us was like, "What was up with those ladies? Like, why they want to move up? Or like, is it first class?" And he's like, "No, it's just the select comfort." And he's like, "Why?" And I loved his reply. Anyone that can see it, he quoted his fingers and was like, "I don't know, status or something." And it made my day. 'Cause I'm like, yeah, who gives a fuck?
The only status to me was dumbassness.
Right. I'm like, anybody around you does not think you're better.
And she's
we
like,
actually think you're an idiot.
I don't care what it costs. Just run my credit card.
Oh,
Run
yes.
my card.
Multiple times. I don't care what it costs. I
Run
don't care what
my
it
card.
costs.
Run my card. Shut up, lady.
Right.
Eat
I
your
hope your
peanuts,
extra
asshole.
extra leg room was good.
Yeah, I hope you're extra late. Yeah.
The inch you gained.
Right. I hope you shit your pants on the flight.
She might have been a little closer to a bathroom. I don't know.
Probably. The first class. Oh no, you can't
No, you
go
can't
in there.
use the first class
You
bathroom.
can't use it in there because we didn't swipe your card enough times.
Right. Although
Freaking idiot.
I have flown first class on Alaskan, which is like the same as Hawaiian, right?
Pretty much.
And it was pretty nice. Except for they ran out of champagne. That wasn't nice.
What do you mean? Oh, because if you were on there? Because you were on there?
I guess.
One time my mom and
I
dad...
was a little buzzed when I
One
got
time
off
my
the
mom
plane.
and dad flew first class, and us kids were in the back. So my mom just kept bringing us cookies and shit.
Oh,
And
that
then
was nice of her.
Yeah, then she got in trouble for bringing us too many
Oh,
cookies. She
they're
kept
all
bringing more
hey.
shit.
Yeah.
It's-
She's like, I got
it's
4
like-
kids back there, though.
No, but she's hanging out in coach, and she's in first class. My dad's like, what are you doing? Well, stop going back to
Because
the
she
kids.
wants to hang out with you and not your
And every
dad.
time she'd come back, exactly probably what Skylar would do to us.
Right.
Why are you doing? What are you doing?
You said that to her?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, us kids did.
Leave us alone.
Yeah, we're like, what are you doing? Just go.
We're fine without you.
It's not fair.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
It's totally fair.
It is fair. We've earned it. One day when we fly first class.
Right. You know, my mom,
What?
speaking of her flying first class,
What?
she doesn't particularly like homeless people.
Yes, I know.
Because we were in Hawaii. We were at the Villas by the
Which
Cove.
is beautiful if anybody saw it on social media.
Yeah, we saw social media
or Google
pictures,
it because it's a beautiful
I go, Mom,
property.
I go, Mom, I was talking to her breakfast this morning, and I go, we really like staying there.
I
It was
did
really
like
good. She
staying
goes,
there.
oh, I would never stay there. And I go, there's homeless outside the gates.
There's homeless everywhere in Hawaii.
I'm like, yeah, but they're like local homeless. They
didn't bother us at all.
It's a weird little street though. They're like sleeping in their cars.
A little bit. But here's my rebuttal to it. Is that if you walk out of Kamoli Sands, there's also homeless right there.
Yeah, they're just laying in the bushes.
Right. So it's right there's homeless across the street from every property. It's just ours was a little closer, but we had a gate.
Yeah, when the guy kept
No one else has gates.
No, when the guy rang the bell at the gate, I let him come in. I told him took a shit in the bathroom.
Nice.
You weren't there. I just let him come in.
Okay, great. Thanks.
I gave him a beer, gave him a
Okay.
Modelo.
Well, that's nice.
Right.
Was it your dad?
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
My dad just pulled out of that van. You can tell the homeless people. I mean, they have vans. I don't think they run. If the windows are all blacked out,
or there's like a sunshade on every window.
On every window, you're like, okay.
I know there's one that you're like, this is a homeless van. I'm like, no, it's not. And you're like, yes, it is. Look at the windows. And I was like, oh, you're right. You are correct.
You know, it was a funny thing at the Villas by the Cove.
What?
We keep talking about the Villas by the Cove.
I actually want to go back to Villas at the Cove.
Oh, you do?
By the Cove. I do.
Right.
I enjoyed it. I would like some more enjoyment of it.
I know. Kylie thought this guy was so attractive across the pool.
Nope,
from us.
not true at all. That's
a
lie.
And him and his wife are there or whatever.
That's a lie.
And he...
No, not that they've been his wife, the attractive level.
This guy liked Africans.
I mean, he liked other cultures.
No, he liked Africa.
We don't know that because we don't know what.
Well, when I was a kid, when you look at National Geographic, you're only looking for the Africans.
I don't think that's what he was reading the article.
Because they don't wear tops, when you're a kid.
And they might have changed that. When was the last time you looked at a National Geographic?
It's probably like third grade.
Right. Yeah. And I think they've probably changed it since then.
But this guy, I've never seen this in my life. And I go
Neither
by.
have I.
We've been to a lot of beaches and a lot of pools. It's our thing.
Right. It is our thing.
So this guy's sitting on a lounge chair. He's just reading National Geographic.
I didn't even know that they had that in publication still.
Yeah, he's like turning the pages.
30.
No, he's like turning the pages sideways, so I thought he was like a pervert. He's looking at like a centerfold in there.
Is
there a centerfold there?
No, there's not.
I swear there is.
There's not. Centerfold of a tree. Not a bush either.
Hey, you're talking to the kid who used to lay under the couch and poke my head out while my parents were watching Roots.
I don't know what that is. You've told me about it.
Roots is a movie that they had about slavery, and it's really good. And it was like a mini series. But they would show the slaves, African people, and everything. They would have boobs on regular national TV.
They all have boobs, honey. Naked boobs is what you mean.
Yeah.
Bare breasts.
Bare breast. And so on national, they would put a little warning up. But I was such a little pervert, 7-year-old. I would go under the couch and be looking, and then my dad would go, "Get him out of here! Get him out of here!" My mom's like, "He just wants to see. He's curious."
A little too curious, if you ask me.
Right.
So I can blame your mom for how you've turned out today?
No, just give me just give me a subscription to National Geographic.
I will gladly.
I said this.
Something tells me they don't show.
Anybody out there
read National Geographic?
That's one of the weirdest things ever.
I do. I mean,
people read National Geographic. I get that, but I just think it's a strange thing.
Be reading it next to the pool.
You know he's really into National Geographic and looking at it. I know he is.
No, he's not.
I know he is. Mr. Joe.
Hey everybody, this is Joe LaMonica with LaMonica Custom Builders. You want a custom home from a Southern California premier home builder? Call me, Joe LaMonica with LaMonica Custom Builders. 310-465-3347.
Joey, put down the National Geographic. What are you doing in there, Joey?
Okay, enough.
Does that sound like Joe's mom?
I never met Joe's mom.
That's kind of New Yorkish.
It is a little more New Yorkish than Boston. So I'm going to say no.
I think all little boys looked at National Geographic.
I'm not sure.
Because you're a girl.
Right, correct.
But everybody else will agree with me.
I don't know. We'll have to ask. A little survey. Survey says, what little boy looked at National Geographic? For not the landscape either.
I don't even know what I'm talking about now. I'm just reflecting on my childhood.
Oh, boy. That's a scary thought.
I know. One of the funnest nights we had in Hawaii, dear.
Subject change.
And this reflects our Tiki Bar
theme
motif situation.
Oh, boy.
If you're looking at this, look what I'm doing, Kiki.
Okay, leave the mermaid alone. I'm going to switch it to the other side. Did you know it reversed?
A mermaid's wearing a bra. Whoa! What the hell's that?
Yeah,
That's creepy.
it's reverses. Yours
like that.
reverses too, actually.
Only people can explain. Only people can see on YouTube.
Oh, the tiki cups have other sides.
Yeah, our mermaid has nice tits though.
Okay.
Oh, did I say that?
You did.
Did I say that out loud?
You did.
Do you know who else had nice tits?
I know.
When we went to the Tiki Bar, we go to this place called the Tiki Lounge, and we talked about it. We went out with Johnny and Kim, our cousins.
Yes.
There was a guy there. He was a sheik or something.
Something, yes.
And
well, first of all, just to start it, before we get into the chic combo, the Tiki Lounge, we've been there multiple times. Historically, there's just, you hang out, you have some like gasoline Mai Tais, and that's about it for the night. Nothing exciting, just you hang out. This Saturday night was a whole different evening. We were hanging out, we're having drinks, and the bouncer's like, kind of Johnny befriends the bouncer, just beginning of note of that. And
let's
they're
call
like,
him Paranoid Johnny.
And their bouncer's like, oh, you guys can just stay at this table. It's gonna get a little like crowded or crazy or something. We're like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? He goes, no, it's gonna get nuts.
And we're
in
like,
about
whatever.
20 minutes.
We don't believe him.
And
We have no idea what he's talking
And he
about.
actually goes, in like 20 minutes.
And we're like, no, it's
like
not.
No people around.
We're like the only people
and
around.
There's open tables.
And there's open, like we're like whatever. But then we see like a DJ roll in, and we're like, okay, what's happening? There's a DJ.
And the DJ sets up his shit and starts. There's no people here yet.
No people.
And starts busting out like these great.
The most amazing
like,
playlist I've ever heard.
Yeah, like some songs from the 70s, 80s,
Some
90s, all
oh my God, it was
2000s,
amazing.
all
Yeah.
mixed into these great. And he's a real DJ. He's like
legit, yeah.
He's like mixing everything
Yes.
and doing all this stuff, and he's kind of warming up.
But it was great. The
and
warm-up
so
was amazing.
A few extra people are coming in. Few extra people.
My favorite first person coming in was this this white guy.
Douchey guy?
No, he wasn't douchey.
I thought he was douchey.
Wearing very white, like brand new tennies.
Reeboks, let's call them.
I don't even know what they were. It
No,
doesn't
they
even
were
matter. They were just very white tennies, and just reminded.
They were like Reeboks.
It made me just laugh.
The old
tennies.
workout Reeboks in the 80s.
And so he is
They're very white.
not sober either, and they were very white.
No, he was not
and
sober.
he was just busting a move, and he had some like kind of legit dance moves, and it made
pretty
my
much
night.
by himself on the dance floor.
by himself, 100% by
Yeah.
himself.
Like, well, this guy's really like confident.
Well, he was drunk.
Well, I mean, he was actually kind
wasted.
of a good dancer.
He was.
Did you ever take a video of him? You're gonna
I
send
got
it to Allie?
videos.
Oh,
Yes.
Did you ever send it to Allie?
Nope, I forgot. I will
She
do
would
that.
appreciate that.
Yep.
We should put
happening.
some. Well, I don't know. We put him up on social media, but
And I was kind of sad Marcus couldn't make it because I feel like they would have had a dance off.
Marcus would have. Oh yeah, Marcus had some kind of sinus allergy. He was supposed to come, and he had some kind of
loved
sinus
that guy in the white
allergy
tens.
infection or something like that. And so, boy, that guy was good.
Okay, anyway, so the Tiki Lounge becomes like a dance party, which literally it did get crowded. We were like, what the hell's happening?
Of all younger local people.
Yes.
Locals, not tourists. Because
yes.
tourists don't know about this place, obviously,
No.
because they're out of there. So we're hanging out, and we're having a blast. This guy's
The
throwing
DJ
down
was
some
amazing.
jams.
Yes.
It's all great.
Me and Kim are dancing.
And so Johnny tells me, like I said, we'll call him Paranoid Johnny. He says, hey, these guys are looking at us. These Hawaiian guys.
Which
Or whatever. I said, what do you mean looking at us? Like they're going to kick our ass? And Johnny's like, yeah, I'm not getting a good vibe. And I'm like, oh, come on, So
we're having fun. Yeah.
we proceed to cash out.
Mhm.
So
We were pretty drunk,
Johnny,
at least me and Kim.
thank you, Johnny.
Yes, thank you,
Johnny
Johnny.
goes and buys the tab. So I had to pull a $100 bill and I put it on the table. I said, no, Johnny, take this. It's part of our deal. We've been drinking there all night. And he goes, no. So in about 10 minutes later, he's like, here, can I have that 100 back? And I go, yeah, sure. Why? He goes and gives it to the bouncer, this big giant guy,
He's huge.
and says, we're okay. We don't need to worry about those guys over there.
Yeah,
I go,
he's
"You
got
just-
our back.
You just bought our protection?
He did.
Like, he bought her, and we can stay here as long as we want. We don't need to worry about these guys.
Great.
I was like, actually, Johnny, that was a pretty good move.
Probably smart.
I felt actually really confident and
I did
good after
too.
that.
I
go,
felt great.
You know what? We're going to stay. Fine.
Yeah.
Even
Dance it up.
those guys were still glaring at us, especially
Right.
when we were taking pictures under the thing. I see those guys.
Oh,
in
I
the
never
pictures.
saw them.
Yeah.
Oh.
They are glaring at us.
Oh, shit. Thanks,
So
Johnny.
maybe Johnny
then.
knew. But Johnny goes, this guy was massive.
Oh, my God. And then Johnny, is Johnny a dancer? He is a dancer. He wasn't dancing that night, though.
No, when he gets at bars, he acts weird and doesn't
Okay,
dance.
because he
didn't
became
dance.
like buddies with the bouncer. He was just talking with the bouncer on
We were
that.
sitting right next to the bouncer.
Right. And then I believe the bouncer's wife came by, and like Johnny met her and was talking to her.
When I saw the bouncer's wife, I didn't know if it was the bouncer or his wife. His wife was just as big as him.
I mean,
yeah, and she was super nice, actually.
she
I was
was.
talking to her a
did-
little bit,
yeah,
too, myself.
I didn't. I just,
Yeah.
I think Johnny pointed her out to me.
But anyway, so the next bouncer comes in.
they switched like positions.
And this guy's
huger.
Yeah. And then Johnny tells me, don't worry. He told him that
we're good.
We're good. This guy's even bigger.
He was.
And I go, Kylie, that guy's the biggest guy. Look at his feet.
And I'm like, they're the
His
same
feet are
size as your
fucking
feet.
huge. She
And
goes,
I'm like, no.
Kylie's like, this is the same size as your feet. I go, those are not
I
the
was
same
like, yeah,
size.
they are.
I go, those are like bigger than Shaq's feet. Those are huge. So Kylie goes over to the guy and she says, hey, what size shoe do you wear? And Kylie looks at me and I go, it's probably like a 14 or a 15.
I'm like, it's the same as you.
And he goes, 17.
I'm like, oh, your feet are bigger than my husband.
And the guy, because the husbands, he looks at me. He's like, that puny little guy right there. You're saying my husband's feet are just as big.
You have big feet, honey.
This guy was massive. He was huge.
He was.
That was pretty funny, though.
Well, I mean,
Kylie,
sorry.
why do you do that?
I was drunk. Do dumb things when I'm drunk.
But what I was getting at was the Sheik.
Oh,
This
yes.
was the
we got
biggest part of the
sidetracked by
night.
the Sheik.
So
Well, yes, I guess explain.
this guy's dancing on the dance floor.
And then he kind of crept into our table.
And and he crept dancing closer to our
Well,
table.
one of his ladies was like sitting on our table, and
like
then
butt grinding our table,
and
basically.
then yeah.
But no, this is what brought the Sheik into fruition. I said, that guy's got a lot of confidence wearing a white dress like that.
And then we started watching him.
And then I go, why is he wearing that? It's like a overlayment, a dress kind of. Let's just call it a white dress, but he had pants underneath and sandals. And then he was wearing a fanny pack across his chest.
Crossbody fanny pack.
Crossbody leather fanny pack. So then we look, and there's this young, hot, attractive girl in her 20s. Then there's another attractive girl in her 30s. And then we notice there's another attractive girl in her 40s. And they're all three dancing with this guy. So
like
Johnny,
dancing, like touching,
grinding, touching it, like dry humping,
right?
Everything. And the music's great.
And they are ignoring every other guy on the dance floor.
Yeah, these girls,
including
So Johnny talks to the bouncer and says, "Oh no, that guy is a Sheik. He pulled up in the red Lamborghini that's out front.
Which who has a Lamborghini in Hawaii?
And in that fanny pack is about 50 grand at least, all cash. And he's just throwing it out when he wants it. So all three of these girls, this guy is like sister wife.
Oh yeah,
times
3,
10,
2, whatever.
Yeah. And he obviously maybe frequents there. Or he has a house there or whatever.
Something.
But
they knew who he was.
This dude, and trust me, he was nothing to brag about. But he was having a ball. He was just.
But yeah, we learned that the woman in her 40s was the wife.
Right, the woman in the 40s was her wife,
and
then
the
you had
other
two
were
other girls.
Sister wives?
What sister wives, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to do that.
Okay. Wear a dress?
Yeah. If I was dancing like that and 3 girls, that guy didn't give a shit. Pulls up in a Lamborghini, wear the dress, 50 grand around his neck.
Well, yeah. How much is he paying those ladies to grind on him?
Probably more than 50 grand.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Okay. Start paying me more then.
No.
I'll grind on you all the time.
No, send me a bill and find me 2 more.
Okay.
One in their 40s and one in their 20s, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry.
I'm in my 40s.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in my 30s.
Kids in
Yeah.
my 20s. What am I talking
Yeah. You can't go 20s, honey.
Give me one in their 60s.
Yeah, one into their 50s.
One
We'll
in their
equal
50s.
you.
Give me
50s,
one in their
40s. I'll be
70s.
the younger.
Give me one in their 70s, one in their 60s, and one in their 50s,
Okey
and you'll be
dokes.
the sister wife in their 40s. Oh, you're not 40.
I'm not 40 yet.
Oh, it's
I
40th
gotta-
episode.
Yes.
I forgot.
Right.
I get old enough.
Right.
I just dry hump the air, and that'll be it. I'll just that's fine. I don't even need any girls.
You like to do that now. It's fine.
Oh, that's true.
Speaking of dry humping air and dancing,
Uh-oh.
I was talking to Janine at the gym the other night.
Janine, the girl you work with?
Yes.
That's how I clarified it.
And Janine agrees that all 3 of us should take a Zumba class.
Yeah, I want to.
She really would like to take it with you.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to take it to get made fun of. I want to take it because it looks
She
fun.
wants to see your dance moves.
Yeah, but Zumba has exercise moves, right?
And dancing.
Right.
It's dancing exercise.
Yeah, but I don't want to be made fun of. I want to actually do it.
Well, you could do it. We
Yeah.
just might make fun of you in the end.
I know. Weirdly, and it sounds weird to be a guy and stuff at the gym, I look in that room, I kind of want to do the Zumba.
Well, Janine said she'd do it with us.
Why does Janine have to be involved? Why can't just me and you do it?
Because she wants to be involved.
Yeah, because she wants to make fun of and gang up with you. I know exactly that.
She's going to video from the back of the room.
I'm going to be behind. I'm not standing. I will not stand in the front and do the Zumba. There's no way. There is no way, dear. Life with Eric podcast is brought to you by Petrilla Concrete Construction and doTERRA Essential Oils. You can get those from Aislinn Mueller at This Essential Life is her handle. And we heard Aislinn wants to be a guest again.
Yeah.
If she's a guest again,
Yes.
this is the question I'm going to ask her.
Well, okay.
I need social media presence. And
Oh.
Aislinn's got a pretty good social media following, but
does.
when she was on last time, she didn't pimp us out enough.
Maybe she was embarrassed.
Embarrassed of me or you?
I don't know.
Probably me. I'm like, if your kid's shit in a hole, what would you do?
Valid point. I would be embarrassed too. All of her mom friends are all.
Yeah, but actually, she was like, actually, Eric, that's not a bad idea.
She surprised me with the answer.
Right, so I thought that was pretty funny. So, Aislinn, if you're listening, make sure your sister's listening if she's going to be a guest. So, did you listen to episode 40?
Oh, okay.
Give her a quiz.
Oh, okay.
What did we talk about in episode 40? Ask her.
Okay, dokes.
But anyway, she was a pretty good guest. We might have her back in as a guest anyway.
We should. She's pretty
Right?
funny. We got to open her up a little more.
It just
She was a
sounds
little
weird.
shy. I know.
It just sounds weird. Yeah.
Quit being sexual, honey.
Don't do that with your sister. It's weird. You know what? If you're going to do that, go take her to Villas by the Cove, because that's where it's going to happen. If anything's happening incestual, it's Villas by the Cove.
Incestual. Nothing
When I say village, village by the Cove. One thing was funny.
What?
Last week,
What happened
I put a
this
bunch
week?
of pictures up on social media, and we're doing a big social media event in the next month or so.
Event? What event are we doing?
We're revamping the social
I don't know
media.
if I call it an event, but okay.
I call it an event. But anyway, so this week I had to put the pictures up and stuff, and I put a bunch up, and we got shit tons of responses on the picture of me and you on McKenna Beach.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And one of them I thought was funny. A response was, nice hats. And I'm thinking, oh, we're not wearing Life with Eric hats, but we were wearing our foam hats. I was wearing a Volkswagen Bug hat, and you were wearing
A Shaka hat.
a Shaka hat. And then this other guy was like, hey, I live here now. Why don't you come see us? You know, I said, yeah, hit us up.
Except for we.
I think his wife hit us up before, but we're such a rush when we're in Hawaii. It's kind
right.
of crazy.
Especially this last one. That was a rushy one.
I know.
Oh, well.
But people
all
really
right.
like the Hawaii pics really get response. It's weird.
Because
It's pretty out and everything
Yeah.
else, you know. Speaking of podcast hats, you is on YouTube. Look at it right here. I have them. I got like 3 left now. They're
Ooh.
going. They're going like hotcakes. I had 4 last week. Now I got 3.
Going like hot.
They're going like hotcakes.
Maybe Dan will
Yeah.
get it out there more for us.
And then and then on social media, kind of blowing up this week. There's this girl, 2 girls that we met at the Monkey Pod restaurant.
Yeah, we went to the monkey before the Tiki Bar.
It was right before the Tiki Bar, and this girl, I think her name is Johanna. Johanna, yeah.
Joanna.
And she is from Boston.
her and her sister.
Her and her
Sorry,
sister, but
they're
yeah, they're
Michael
kind of
that one.
social media. Like I follow them now, and they put zillions of pictures up,
Oh.
and I think they're gonna be a listener because she's all about the shit stories, I guess.
Oh, really?
She says, "I just want to talk to you about the goss shit, like gossip, but goss shit."
I don't know if she
kinda
just
weird.
means like actual shit or just like she's using that as like a slang.
Maybe she made a typo, or maybe she's trying to be funny.
Or I mean, I don't think she means actual shit.
What?
I think she just means like stuff,
Oh,
like the gossip stuff, not like
yeah.
we're gossiping about like poop.
I told my mom we wouldn't talk about this anymore, so
Well,
we're
now
not
you're
talking
talking
about
about it. Yeah, why would you
anyway.
make that promise to your mom?
it. Yeah, I don't know.
Which your mom can't even make that promise because every time we talk to her, it's about shit.
That's true. It's like, oh, chemical farts.
Right.
What are you gonna do? But anyway,
Anywho,
Johanna, we see her all over social media, so keep listening.
yeah, appreciate the new listeners. We enjoyed our convo with the Monkey Pod.
We did, for sure. It was funny. After Hawaii, on our way home, we flew to Sacramento. Then we had our car was there. We had to drive home from Sacramento
Yes,
on
yes, we
Valentine's
did.
Day. I treated Kiley to a In-N-Out burger.
Mm-hmm. Happy Valentine's Day. Super romantic.
I liked it. I love In-N-Out burger. I've said I'm only going to eat 2 burgers this whole year,
And you're done.
and
You're done now. You can't go to Hawaii anymore.
yeah, shit. We don't need. Trust me, we don't need to go to.
No, we don't.
We don't need to go to Hawaii anymore. I made it home by 2 in the morning.
We made it home about 1.
You know, 1
I
and then
texted my mom.
back to
That was a grind.
back to life and back to reality.
Yep.
Yep. Right when I got back to work, I saw one of our sponsors at work.
I know, which is actually funny. You're not even like lying when you say that.
I know. Let's hear from him.
This segment of Life with Eric is brought to you by
G&E Painting and Drywall, servicing Reno, Tahoe, and Truckee areas for over 25 years.
Call G&E today for all of your painting and drywall needs.
Thanks, Rob. It was Rob's birthday a couple days ago, I saw.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, no, yesterday, Friday, the 18th.
Oh.
February 18th. So happy birthday, Rob.
Happy birthday.
I did see that. Now that I'm a social media follower, I see all this shit.
Though that you're a social media follower?
Yes.
Okay.
So first day I get back to work, right? I go to this job, and I'm meeting with these people.
Oh, yeah. I was like, where's
And
this
so,
going?
and so I don't know if they're going to listen, or I doubt they listen, so we can talk about them for
well,
a second.
if they do, it's sorry. The truth hurts.
So I go in their house, I give them the samples. They said, well, let's go outside and look at everything. So I get outside, the lady's talking, the guy's pointing out some stuff, and he's pointing. He walks right by me, lets his gurgly fart. And I'm waiting for the lady to say something,
Like,
do something, or
honey,
someone
like-
say, excuse me, or honey, or smile, or whatever, and nothing. So I kind of follow the guy, and he gurgles
Okay.
again.
Oh
Just a gurgly fart.
I mean, I'm a little bit like, what is a gurgly fart? What does that
I
mean?
can't even do the noise. Like,
Like- Like you shit your pants, or like
Yeah.
your intestines are rumbling?
it's like it's something like, you know, something like this. So he's just walking and farting, and I go over there, and I'm in my head, I'm like, Jesus Christ, you stinky motherfucker. And then he does it again and again. And like, this guy just walks and I know some people like that. I mean, at least crack a smile maybe, or just say, excuse
me, I have intestinal problems.
Yeah. Well, this guy kept doing it. It's so disgusting.
Is that gonna be you in like 20 years?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I'll at least acknowledge it. Just let it. Just,
I know. I was like
just let him keep
dying
rolling.
when you told me this story.
You die with stuff like that.
I
It's
don't know
weird
why.
fun.
I know.
And you're dying. The other night, I'm sleeping in the bed.
Was
it last night or the
no,
other
it was
night?
like 2 nights ago. You weren't even like sleeping though. We were watching the Olympics. I was doing something on the computer in the bedroom, so you came in there, and you're lay down, and all of a sudden, you are. I just hear this like,
Am I farting?
and I'm like, what is? And I look over, and you're sleeping and just like puffing
Oh, my
air
lips.
out. So I took a video of it because I want you to see what you do.
No, she wakes me up, and I go,
I was
I wasn't
laughing.
sleeping. I
You're
wasn't
like-
sleeping. I was up.
I'm like, and you're like, well, you're laughing. I'm like, you were doing this. And you're like, I wasn't even sleeping. And I showed you the video. You're like, well, that's from like yesterday. I'm like, timestamp. It's from a minute ago.
Don't video people while they're sleeping. That's so rude. Like, who does that? Erase that video.
I wanted you to see what you look
First,
like.
I look like a double-chinned fat bastard.
What is that what you said first? Why are you taking a picture of my double chin? And I'm like, just wait.
I'm like,
It made my night.
lovely. Kylie,
Eric,
on that note,
what?
stop videoing me. It's
I
that
won't.
time. Last call. Who are we cheersing today, babe?
I'm going to throw out first, thanks, Allie and Brant, to these lovely tiki ware that we got to use today.
Oh yeah, thanks
you
for
haven't
the
used yet.
thanks for the booby cup. Love it. Love
Great.
it.
Second, I'm just going to throw a shout out to our USA Olympic athletes.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's the Olympics, it's USA. And a little extra shout out to the women's figure skaters for not taking any performance enhancing drugs and therefore not medaling.
The 15-year-old that took the drugs says, "I didn't know I was taking my grandpa's
Oh,
pills."
I was accidentally taking my grandpa's heart medication. I'm sorry, what 15-year-old Olympic athlete is on any kind of prescription medication that you would confuse?
Yeah, was she taking her grandpa's thyroid pill, the blood pressure
No,
medicine?
it was a heart.
Was she wearing her grandpa's diapers?
I
I
hope not.
I'm
I know.
confused. Most 15-year-olds don't go near their grandpa.
Valid point.
Right. They're not taking their pills.
Right, accidentally for 6 months.
Right. So,
Come
in
on.
return, the Russians won the gold
Right.
medals, and we didn't.
Now that girl, but still, you can't. I mean, yikes.
Yeah.
Which then forgot about this, and Today's Show brought it up. The whole controversy with that track, the USA track runner, they got qualified for the Olympics, but then got kicked off the team because she tested for marijuana, which is not
Yeah, who
even
cares?
performance enhancing.
Marijuana, you run slower. Who runs fast on pot?
So which I don't blame her. I would put up a stink too. Why did this 15-year-old get to compete and she didn't?
I don't know.
It's not.
I have
It's
no idea.
totally not
But
fair.
we're watching all these little girls are crying. They're like 15. They're
Oh,
crying
yeah, I
and
know.
going crazy. Maybe
is
they
controversy.
shouldn't be doing it at all.
Right.
I don't know, but that's the weirdest cheers I've ever heard in my life.
I know, sorry.
But
Weird
we still
little
cheers
tangent.
the Olympic people, Allie
The
and Brant.
athletes, yes.
Yeah,
We
the
can even do a shout out
athletes.
to David Weiss from Reno who got silver
Yeah,
last night.
That's right. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But, man, he fell so hard. We're kind of excited watching him. He fell so hard.
Oh, my God. I
almost
thought he
shit my-
broke his back.
I'm like, oh, my God, he broke his back. Then he
Like,
gets
for
back
sure.
up.
And then he hopped up. And I'm like, did he not hit his back? Which he didn't hit his back. He hit his butt.
Dude's got to be sore today.
Oh.
Maybe we can get David Weiss on the show since he's from
That'd
Reno.
be cool. I think River would want to be our guest also that day.
Let's hit him up.
Okay.
We might do it. We can talk about his archery and shooting things and shit like that. Since most of his sponsors dropped him because of that, we saw the piece last night. But anyway, that's cool. Silver medalist. That's pretty good.
That
It's
is
not as
pretty
good as the
cool.
gold, but so
Hey, it's a medal.
it's a medal.
Yep.
We need all that we can in the Winter Olympics.
I know we're not as strong at the winter apparently.
Obviously not.
It's not our forte.
I guess not. Subscribe or follow us.
And done. Okay.
And shut up about the
Yeah.
Olympics.
And
no one wants
we're
to
done.
fucking hear about the Olympics
Just
anymore.
throw an
It's
exactly
over.
in there and change it for
Yeah,
me.
nope, I won't. I will never say that word. Subscribe or follow us on wherever you listen to your podcast. Or, Kylie, just go to our website at www.lifewitheric.com.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for updates and a closer look into My Life with Eric. To all of our listeners out there, remember, it's always happy hour here.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
Love you, baby.
Love you, baby.
Yeah.